So I want to do a quick video talking about how dramatic Wellen Park's downtown area is changing. This, all over here, look at all these big mounds of dirt. This was all like nature-y area, and just back over here a little ways is the Atlanta Braves spring training facility area. Like all this, in fact, I'll zoom in, you can kind of see the lights back there for the Braves spring training facility. But in just the last 5 to 6 months, I'd say, we started to see a very big shift with this area. And a lot of the things we've been telling you first before anyone else on this channel, that like, yeah, give it time, all that's gonna be part of the downtown, or that's gonna be more living areas. We're starting to see that happen. Now, I do like that they're keeping some nature intact, you know, kind of over here in between the, you know, the lakes and the trees in between. So they're keeping that intact. And I think that's really important for Wellen Park because one, for the nature and the wildlife, two, giving water somewhere to go during storms, but three, just to give you a variety of vibes for when you're, you know, going for a walk, or just you want to get outside and get some fresh air and see some more green space. You know what I mean? You don't have to drive for miles to go to a different park. You can literally go to the downtown, get a bite to eat. You can get, you know, a little shopping in maybe. More shopping and restaurants are coming to the area. We'll talk about that in a second. But you can get that in and then just come walk right over here. Got your grass, got your green, you got your blue skies, you got your tropical breeze, your fresh air. Can't beat it. And you're not too far from the beaches, which is another big thing about Wellen Park. But I mean, seeing the development with, I mean, it's over there. You can see, I'm gonna continue to walk and show you more of this. And I did a previous video on the channel, and I basically was walking you through the downtown in that video and showing you how much it's changing with the new buildings coming in there. And so you put all that together and it's really going to change the vibe of the downtown. But all this over here, this is quite a bit removed from the downtown. So just think about that, how that's going to look in like just a couple years. I was gonna say 10 years, but really we're talking 2-3 years. You're gonna see more of like over here, that's the senior living apartments. And you got, you know, things filling in between that and the Atlanta Braves spring training facility, Cool Today Park over there. So those are gonna start to feel more connected. Over here, we've got more development coming. And that's gonna start to make that and the spring training facility area and the downtown, which is over here, start to feel more connected. All of it is starting to come together. And it's going to feel like one big downtown city type area, a little more urban with some of that nature mixed in. Quite a bit of nature actually. But it's becoming something that, you know, seemed like just unfathomable. Like if you would have seen this when we first moved to the area, like a lot of this was just empty land. Vacant, nothing going on, nothing exciting, very unassuming. And I'll tell you what, like, first of all, the downtown phase one, just watching how quickly that got built once they actually started putting buildings in, and then restaurants were there, and then there wasn't a lot of people. And then within 6 months, there was a lot of people. And now that downtown was a spot. Downtown Wellen Park is totally a spot right now to go hang out. You see tons of people coming there from Inglewood, from Venice, from Northport. And now you're starting to see some of this being added to the area. And actually, this is an older building over here that's been here for a while, a little more like professional services type buildings. I'm not sure exactly what the plan is for that, but it seems like they're building some more roadways back over here to kind of interconnect it, or a trail or something, and doing some more building here with commercial as well. There's more building coming in behind the Publix with a new bowl place called Bold, with like salads and acai bowls and smoothies and things like that. This right here, again, is part of like connecting the downtown to more of these other areas. And so all those areas are gonna start to feel like part of the downtown. But the biggest thing is right by the downtown, you've got those new buildings coming in, right? That are coming right along the main drag there. And that's already gonna make the downtown feel much bigger. But just on the edges of like by where the playground is and like some of the previous parking lots were, they're starting to clear the land. And that's going to also become part of the downtown. So now you're going from like right now, Wellen Park's downtown feels like kind of like one main road. And it's like, okay, you go down that road and there's, you know, like, I don't know, 6 to 8 buildings. Pretty cool. Lots, you know, a fair amount to do. And we've heard some clients that came to the area and we told them like, you got to check out downtown Wellen Park. And they felt like, okay, yeah, it looks really nice, but it's a little underwhelming. And we always tell them like, no, it's pretty good right now, but what you need to look at is like what it's going to become. And we've been bullish on this on the channel for so long because of like all the development that we could see was going to happen in the area. The appreciation is going to be immense here. Like to me, like if you were to buy now would be a really good time just because the interest rates are a little higher, but you can get a lot of those bought down. There's a lot of opportunity for appreciation. And then with all the incentives and things like that builders are throwing out right now, like when the interest goes back up, a lot of those incentives are going to go away. Again, look at more of this being developed. So you're going to see a lot more residential, commercial, all that coming throughout this entire area. But by the way, if you are looking to buy or sell a home in this area, get a hold of us before you go to the builder. We can help save you a lot of money. We can keep an eye on the building process, especially for a lot of people that are coming from out of state, to make sure it's being done properly, number one, but on time, number two, especially if you're like selling a home and need to get into the new one on a certain timeline. That's super important, and we'll literally take videos of the place and send them to you. And a lot of people think if you go to the builder, you're gonna get a better deal. Actually, we'll get you a better deal. Make sure you get the most of incentives. We've helped people save literally tens of thousands of dollars, and it does not actually cost you anything extra. They have a marketing budget, which has money allotted for the real estate agents. So that money doesn't get tacked on to the home cost for you, number one. But number two, if you go to the builder, and you go to their sales reps, they're the builder's sales reps. They're not your rep. So we're here to represent you and make sure you get the best possible deal. But it's important that you get a hold of us before you go to the builder, because if you start getting into the buying process and signing up on their forms, then once you start getting into the process, we legally can't help you anymore. So if you do want us to help you and represent you, make sure you get the best deal, make sure everything's being done properly, get a hold of us and answer some of those questions about the area and things like that that are, some of it's just impossible to find online. Get a hold of us, because a lot of people have unique questions that we just don't have the answers for in these videos because we haven't been asked them before, but we do know the answers. So get a hold of us and we can help you out. 941-221-1897. We helped a lot of people buy and sell in the areas, and we'd love to help you too. But again, look, more here, development. And this is where we start getting a little bit closer now. You can see we're starting to connect more to the downtown. All that combined is really gonna change the area. But the biggest thing I think is kind of right now, I mean, this will definitely dramatically change the area, big time. But I think the biggest one to look out for right now, as far as just changing the area, making it more exciting, and when we tell clients like, no, you got to see it for what it's going to be, is right outside the downtown. So like the phase 2 buildings are coming up right now, but I'm talking about the areas outside of that, where the land is being cleared to do more development for more residential and commercial. That is really going to change the vibe of the area. And now you're going to be like, wow, there's a lot of things to do here. But if you have the foresight to see that now, you can get a much better price on it and a better deal, especially with all the incentives right now. Because again, interest rates are high right now. So builders are offering more incentives. Resale home prices have come down a little bit. There's more to pick from. And there's some negotiating room on top of that with resale homes for that matter. And then when all this comes in, and now everyone's like, oh my gosh, this is really, like right now there's a lot of people that really want to be here. It's one of the fastest growing master plan communities in all the United States. But when all of that comes in, there's going to be a lot of people that want to be here, because now they're like, oh my gosh, there is so much to do here. And like right now, a lot of people are buying here because of the potential of the downtown and the stuff that there is to do here, which is a fair amount. But a bigger part of it is like they want to be in a new construction home in a planned community with some walkability, but also for the access of the things that are nearby, which is where we live, Venice, and the downtown there, and the beaches, and Inglewood, and Port Charlotte, and Northport, and some of their shopping amenities. I'd say Venice for a lot of people is like one of the big draws though, because a lot of people love Venice, and Wellen Park puts you really, really close to that, and the beaches and our quaint historic downtown that is absolutely gorgeous. Looks like something out of a fantasy, but this downtown looks like out of a fantasy too. It looks a little more future. It's like a utopia. But once all this starts to fill in and it becomes more realized, which is not going to be long from now. I mean, we're literally talking about 2 years, and a lot of this is going to start to be having buildings up. Like, I can't tell you, like with phase 1 in downtown, how quick we saw that change. It was just incredible to be like, there was not a building there like 2 months ago, and now there's a building there, and it looks like it's ready to, like, you know, be filled out within another 2 to 3 months, and that's what happened. So the same thing we're going to be seeing here now with, I would imagine there, I'm not sure because they haven't clearly delineated what's phase 3, but I would imagine this is all going to be considered phase 3. Phase 2 is being built right now. Once we start hitting phase 3, it's on. Like, people are going to be flocking to this area because of all the options here, and it's going to be more of a full-blown, fleshed out downtown like downtown Venice is right now. And now you won't feel the need to drive to Venice quite as much for more stuff to do, unless you want to go to the beach, of course, which you're still getting that access without a very far drive. And other thing to note is the interconnectivity with roadways are going to improve how quick you can get to a beach with Minnesota Beach Road coming in the future as well. So put all that together, and man, this area is just ready to boom. I mean, it already is booming, but I think there's like levels to that boom, and I think we're going to see a second level once more of this is filled out, because a lot of the people that we've had come check out the downtown area like maybe a year ago, if they were to come in another 6 months to a year, they're going to see this and their reaction to it will be much different. And that's going to be the case for a lot of people. And that's why I think if you're considering this area, it would be a great time right now. So just to show you a little more of what's happening with the downtown, again, I did a previous video showing you more of this, so check that out. But this building, new, you can see phase 2, shops, restaurants coming to the area. They're literally telling you what's gonna be coming, what to expect. Another building here. So this whole road right now is kind of like your main drag right now. But check this out. Also over here, you can see everything being developed. Again, check out the other video. I take you all the way through here, all the way down Tamiami, and show you what's coming in downtown Wellen Park. But all this is really already adding to what the downtown is, and as this stuff to the sides fills out more, man, it is going to be a wildly different looking place. Super exciting. Again, if you're looking to buy and sell in this area, get a hold of us, 941-221-1897. We can help you out. Get a hold of us before you go to the builder. We can get you the best deal, answer a lot of the questions you might have, and avoid any mistakes and just some of those things you can't find answers to online. So we'd love to help you out. If you want to know more about what it's like to live in Wellen Park, check out this video right here. Thanks for watching, and live breezy.